Thanks, everybody. Breaking up it's so hard to do, and Aaron Rodgers, we need to talk. It's not me, it's you. Like, I don't even recognize you anymore. You used to be such a free spirit. There was a time when you would go out there and run up the score on the Dallas Cowboys. Now you're handing it off to Aaron Jones. What happened to you? You're the quarterback 20 this year. You're on pace to throw 19 touchdowns. Rex Grossman once had 23 touchdowns in his... That's not fair. I shouldn't do that to you. It just used to be so good with you, and now, nothing. And I didn't want you to find out this way, but I'm starting Gardner Minshew. I didn't want you to see it on Facebook or anything. I wanted you to hear it from me. So I'm sorry, Aaron. It's been a lovely ride, but we got to go our separate ways. If you could step aside. Hey, Devontae Freeman, could you step in for a second? Devontae, you were my one and only, my RB1, but I'm sorry, I think we need some space. Like, you need space in the backfield. Like, what are you doing? Your DVOA is 4th worst in the NFL. Ito Smith. And I appreciate that you're trying to make an effort. Last week was fine. It's too little, too late, Devontae. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to ask you to leave. Stephon Diggs, sit down. I want you to hear this. I love you. I really do. And it's not you, it's the people that you're hanging out with. I don't like the player you've become when you hang out with Kirk Cousins. 5 targets a game. Who are you? You're one of the best receivers in the game. Can't you find somebody else to hang out with? Tom Brady needs somebody. Derek Carr needs somebody. You know what, Stephon? I think we can make it work. I think we can stay together. Just get new friends.
Rank needs a minute, and I like MJ on the little, what do they call it, hoverboards in the background. Speaking of breakups, the Redskins fired Jay Gruden on Monday. Why are you looking at me like that?
Reading, dude.
I'm not reading anything.
Yes, you were.
It says Garofolo ad-libs social.
Right.
Once again, my ad-libs are so good you think they're scripted. That's what it is. Anyway, Bill Callahan is in, and speaking of Bill Callahan, our colleague Andrew Siciliano noted this right here, that he has now replaced both John and Jay Gruden as head coach of the Raiders and Redskins. Quick check with research. See, Quick Check with Research is the only one to ever do that. How about that one, Mike Robb? All right, so they are starting Case Keenum tomorrow against the Dolphins. Callahan, I was at the press conference the other day. He said Dwayne Haskins still needs some time.
You know, his progress is incremental and starting to show signs and flashes, you know, of progress, but he still has a ways to go. And I'm looking forward to coaching with him. And I think he's a great kid. He's got a bright future, and he's our franchise pick. So at some point, you know, he'll be in the lineup at some point in time, whether it's this year or next year.
D-Hall?
Coach number 2 to say that.
I'm going to throw it right to you.
Coach number 2 to say that. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm trying.
The Redskins are going to have to make a difficult decision. When they hire their next football coach, he's going to have to either get to pick his own quarterback, kind of like Cliff Kingsbury did in Arizona, or he's going to probably be married to a guy that, from what I'm hearing from both coaches, probably isn't very good. But let me say this. I still believe anybody can play. Not anybody can play the position, but when you've had the success he's had at the college level, coach him up.
Okay.
Coach him up. At the end of the day, coach him up.
Those are two different things. There's he's not good, and then there's he's not ready. So they need to figure that out right now. And what Bill Callahan said the other day is he's got to have a package of plays that are, quote, his, that he's comfortable with.
Keep going.
So the implication was that the previous coaching staff under Jay Gruden was not doing that because
they didn't have anything.
Was trying to win games to save his job.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, that's what I've been trying to say the whole time. We have to start to take the guys that see this guy every day, that see him in the meeting room, see him interact with his teammates, see him processing information when he drops back. We have to take their word for it. That's the second coach to say that this kid maybe is not ready. So look, I don't know who to blame at the Washington Redskins, but what I can say is this, okay? Since 2010, when Bruce Allen came aboard, all right, they've only made the postseason twice. Okay? Their record is 59, 89, and 1. They win at 40. They only win 40% of the time.
Oh, I know.
Since he's walked into that building. Hey, look, I don't know whose fault it is, guys. I'm just saying. One guy walked in, your fate started going in another direction. I'm just saying.
And some of the best football they played was when Scott McClougn was there.
When Scotty McClougn was there. So
I was there.
And how?
Sorry, when D Hall was there.
Yeah.
My bad.
So how did Scott get pushed out of the door? How did that happen? You hear
That's
that
a
he
long
had a
story.
great relationship with players.
That's a really long
And you
story.
hear, I'm just saying. So I don't know whose fault it is at the Washington Redskins, but you've had like 10 quarterbacks since Bruce Allen's been there. 10. And we're supposed to believe that this time he has it right with the quarterback position? Come on, guys. Let's watch real football. Let's be real about this.
There's a belief in that building that Bruce Allen is going nowhere until they get themselves a new stadium.
So it's a political play here. It's a political play.
It's a business.
Whatever you
It's a
want to call it.
business.
We always hear it's a business.
You got a mass exodus of people, reports leaving the front office during the offseason.
Yeah.
I mean, and then you stand up there and say, we have a great winning culture.
But none of that had to do
man.
with football. Those guys were on the business side of things, the departures. And so, for me, it starts with getting the coach right. The coach then builds down the kind of environment they want on that team. It doesn't matter necessarily what the front office is doing. At the end of the day, if you get a player, even if you don't agree that player is good enough,
Let me tell you,
even
but
if I didn't want Dwayne Haskins, but I'm saying, even if I didn't want him, it's still, once the draft pick is in and he's on our team, we all need to be on the same page to develop this kid. And that was the
Dwayne
disconnect.
Haskins or Adrian Peterson staying with this team or a bunch of other things I can point to. We're running out of time. Jay Gruden and the front office were not on the same page.
I tell you one thing, when you get the Super Bowl rings, though, the business people are there, everybody.
Oh, absolutely.
There you go.
It's a team thing, guys. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's included.
How much have they struggled recently? There you go. When's the last time they won 10 games in the season? 2012. Last playoff win, 2005. Mike Raub, where were you back then?
Oh, I was graduating college.
That is correct. You were at Penn State there. Last conference championship.
Last conference championship, 91.
Mark Rippon. Yeah.
Woo.
I know. It's been a while.
I
Yeah,
know.
it's been a while. What was we in, D.
I lived through that mess.
Yeah,
Y'all talking about it. I lived it.
D Hall didn't need that full screen. All right, Alvin Kamara and Leonard Fournette. Who's going to have more yards when they're on the same field? We'll hold that thought. We'll give it to you later.
Stop reading. You're reading
then
right there.
Then I won't read that the real Mike Robb report is
better
next.
read that.
Here's a question for you right here.
Is Dak Prescott worth $40 million? No!
No, you don't answer it yet. You answer it
My
later.
bad. I was about to give my reason. That's the going rate. That's the going rate for quarterbacks now.
35 and some change.
Want more stats? Hey Siri, who has the most tackles in football?